Today we're going to do it yourself. We're replacing front brake pads on a 2001 Honda Accord. These are what the new pads look like. Excuse my hands, they're dirty from doing the other side earlier. But this is a true do-it-yourself. We don't have a lot of tools, but I did get a C-clamp. Got this from Harbor Freight, $5. And we're going to use a wrench. This is a 17 millimeter. And so we've already loosened the lug nuts on the wheel. We're just going to use the stock jack and jack it up. Got the lug nuts off the wheel and the car jacked up. Just gonna pull the wheel off here and put it aside. Okay, we've got the wheel off, and if you have all the proper tools, you use jack stands. Put a jack stand underneath the car. We're just using the stock jack today. This is a true do-it-yourself kind of deal. So we've got the wheel off. The rotor on this side feels pretty good so far. What we're going to do now is just take the wrench, and if you want to get closer in here, there's a bolt right here that we want to take out or loosen, and we want to take this bolt out. Let's see how easy it's going to be. Wasn't too bad. So we're going to take this whole entire bolt out, but actually before we do this, I'm going to grab one more bolt. I'm going to loosen this lock for the brake line, so that I don't have to take the bottom bolt out on the caliper. And it's just a short trick that I just discovered. 12 millimeter, and just right here, right behind the brake line, there's a little lock that holds it in place, and we're just gonna loosen that and take that off to give us free access to move the caliper as much as we need to take the brake pads out, the old brake pads out, and put the new ones in. So if you're wondering about doing this, I don't work on cars generally, and I don't really have the proper equipment, but this is pretty easy fix. Done it before in other cars, and the brake pads that I got were only $20. Did buy the C-clamp and some brake fluid in case I need it. This is the bolt that comes out of the caliper. Put that, it's kind of greased up, so you want to put it on some cardboard, not in the dirt. And then after that, the caliper should just kind of go down, and that exposes the brake pads here on both sides. And we'll just slide these out. This is the old brake pad. This one's actually pretty smooth and in decent shape, and that's to be expected from the feel of this caliper. Now on the other side, we can slip out the pad on the other side too. And sometimes if they're well worn, it might take a little bit to get them out, but looks like they're in pretty good shape on this side actually, and there's not really a lot of grooves or grind, and the caliper on the other side feels really nice too. So we're in good shape. We're going to go ahead and put the new pads in. This is the new one, and got to make sure to get these clips, and they don't replace the kit clips, but you just slide in the pads like so, and then take the other one from the outside, and it's really easy to slide them in because there's nowhere else for them to go. So they're all set. Now what we have is the caliper. As the old pads have worn, the caliper compresses, and that's what we need this C-clamp for right here. I'm gonna have to take the C-clamp out quite a bit. You'll see it's the caliper is compressed probably over ½ an inch or so, and what we're going to use the C-clamp for is just to compress it back in so it'll fit over the new pads. Pretty simple. Just got to make sure you line this C-clamp up properly, and you definitely don't want to damage the seal on the caliper, or else then you're going to run into some problems and have to replace that caliper, which you want to avoid because that's more hassle and of course more costs. This one looks like it's in good shape. I'll loosen this up again and realign. So again, this is okay. This caliper looks like it's in good shape here. We're gonna line it up and make sure that the bushing fits right there. So, and then we just want to replace this bolt, and before we tighten that down, we're going to put this lock back on to lock that brake line in place. And let's see, put this around. Okay, we got some kind of issue down here, and I don't think it's related to brake. Okay, just gonna tighten down this caliper. And it's really that simple, and then we'll put the wheel back on and test it. Let's see how the brakes feel. We may need to bleed them, check the fluid levels, and hopefully we'll be good to go. Thanks for watching, and you know, don't be afraid of a little brake job. Don't let a mechanic charge you hundreds of dollars. You can do it yourself.